All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. A double honor to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work of truth and sincerity. Be clothed with humility. How shall his name be polluted? All right. And this lesson is just concerning, a real deep look within yourself, because, the truth is, we're vain. That's the truth. All right. And the reason why we go through a lot of afflictions is to, purge that all that vainness. Okay. And that vainness comes from, remnants of your past self in this world, the lust or the corruption of the world through the lust of the flesh, and we know, certain things that we do can basically make us unclean with the Lord, and we're not in a time where, we could, or have the leisure to be, polluted, so to speak, and it's mainly because, the few main things that stick out, is pride. Of course, we all have pride. We all men, not just pride, but which this is all part of that vanity. So pride. What else? Wantonness, being undisciplined, being idle. We all suffer these things, though. That's the old man. That's the remnants. That's remnants of the old man, of the former self. And so again, the name of the lesson, and Lord willingness is edifying. Be clothed with humility. How shall his name be polluted? Okay. Because again, we have to present ourselves in front of the Lord. All right. And we want to be a chaste virgin. All right. We want to be clean unto the Lord. Okay. So don't be vain. And most of the time we are. Don't be unmindful. Most of the time we are. Remember, you don't know anything. All right. In the presence of the Lord. Okay. So you can get Ecclesiastes 5:1, because this applies towards us more than anybody. Us first. Okay. Because at times when we go through affliction, all right, we tend to complain, and if you complain to the Lord, beg the Lord for mercy. Again, you got to watch what you're saying to the Lord, okay? Because the affliction, we have to go through the affliction regardless, So you got it.
Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 5, chapter 5, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
Right. And we are the house. We are the temple. 1 Corinthians 3:9. Ye are God's building. Okay. So keep thy foot. All right. Go ahead.
And be more ready to hear than to give sacrifice of fools.
Right. So you're supposed to be willing to hear. Okay. Rather than give the sacrifice of fools. Because a fool will lift up and open his mouth and miss the mark, misspeak, and that's how we are sometimes. It's true. We all go through it. Sometimes we say things in our minds, we're not saying the right things. That's what it is. We're not saying the right things, And if you complain, it's all right. Job complained, but he reasoned. He had reason within his complaining. All right. So a lot of this I got written down, so I can be straight to the point, and so this won't be long. So go ahead. You can read it again.
Okay, finish it up as well. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High,
right,
and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
That's right.
For they consider not that they do evil.
Right. You see? And we have to be mindful of what we say. All right? We have to be mindful of our reasoning. All right? Because again, the point is remembering that this is what we're supposed to be going through, affliction. All right, we're supposed to be going through these things, man. You know, when thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, as the scriptures say. Okay, so again, don't be vain. All right, because we are vain. Okay, if you wonder if you crying about catching hell, it's because you vain. All right, you some, and the truth is, uh, it's we're corrupt because of this world, and because of our lust of our flesh. This whole world is corrupt. It's not a righteous world, you know. So we pick and choose things in the world to do. We could be departing from the Lord without even knowing it, you know. So again, don't be vain, and these just the points, you know, because most of the time we are. Don't be unmindful, because most of the time we are. All right, unmindful of what? You have to remember that this is a ministry, all right, and you gotta. We're supposed to transcend. Okay, I'm getting to that point. I'm reading ahead, but remember, you don't know anything in the presence of the Lord. All right. So he read Ecclesiastes 5:1. This means you have Salakia. Say this means you more than anybody else. If you're catching hell, good. All right. That's another point I wanted to bring out. If you're catching hell, great, fantastic, fan effing tastic. Okay. If you're catching hell, that's good for you. Believe me, I'm not saying it, you know, to be sarcastic. All right, that means something. It actually means something. Okay, because the rest of the world, they're not catching hell. All right, they're catching W's, they're catching joy. You know. All right, gird up, gird up. All right, gird up, focus up. You see, gird up, focus up. Did you have something?
I'm just trying to find the Lord chastises those he loved.
Come, you know. So again, be mindful. All right. When thou comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
God.
This is what we were called to. And if you don't know that, then you don't know scrap. It's like, no, if you don't know that, then you don't know what you're in here for. You don't know what you're doing, okay, in the truth. You have no place. I'll say it like that. You have no place in the truth if you don't know what you're here for. All right? This is the straight gate, as the scripture says. You got it? If not, I can keep going with the points. So gird up, focus up, understand the battle, and understand the time.
I got it now.
Mm-hmm.
This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 7. If ye endure chastising, the Most High Yahweh Shah dealeth with you as sons.
Right, so the Lord dealing. You catching hell? Good for you.
For what son is he whom the Father chastiseth not?
Right. So what son who the Father don't chastise? Yahweh Shai got it.
That's right.
You think you're not going to get it? Okay.
Verse 8. But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then are ye bastards and not sons.
See? So if not catching hell, then it's possible you're a bastard. We see the examples. We got brothers that's been, you know, they being bastards right now. All right? Because they being willful. They're doing what the hell they want. Okay? All right? So you catching hell? Excellent. Tremendous. All right? Ephesians 2:19. That's a lock it because I don't have my. Well, I can't look it up. But I'll just stick to the points. You know?
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 2, verse 19. Now, therefore, ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but...
Right? What does it say? Read again.
Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners.
Right. So we're not strangers. We're not estranged. Okay.
We're not strangers. So like we're not strangers and foreigners. I mean that will also go into like we know the truth now. We've been brought in.
Yep. That's right.
Kind.
That's right. Because at one point we were like unto Gentiles. We were like unto the heathen because we chose the heathen's ways. Okay. So we were punished, but now, what do we read again? Like
Ephesians 2, verse 19. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints.
Right, with the saints. Okay, fellow citizens of what?
And ye of the house.
So it's like fellow citizens of what? Zion. You see? Fellow citizens of what? The house of David. All right. Okay. And we are a city. All right. We are a city. You see? Because soon enough we're going to inhabit a city. All right. Because it's our time. All right. And we're going to have the wisdom to run a city, a world. All right. Even more. Okay. And that's what this is about. That's what this is about. The Lord about to make his move. You see? He's making his move. He's the main player. You got it.
And of the household of the Most High.
Right. You know what that means? Okay. If you're under his household, you're under his roof, metaphorically speaking, that means we're gonna abide by his rules. And of course, we're gonna be geared to abide by those rules, those laws of the house. House rules, Okay? And we're gonna be efficient in it. This is the hope. You see? You got it?
Verse 20. Ephesians 2, verse 20. And are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets. Yahweh Shai Mashiach himself being the chief cornerstone.
That's right. That's right. So it starts with Yahweh Shai. You see? And we are to be like unto him. He said, Matthew 11 and 29, we're going to wait for it, but he says, learn of me. Okay? For I am meek and lowly. Okay? So we got to know the householder. Read it again. Did you want to look up the word?
Yeah, I already got it up. The cornerstone. And it's in the Greek is
Strong's G204,
akragonias. And it means place at an extreme corner, the corner foundation stone.
Yep. All right. So Yahweh Shai is the man. It starts with him. All right. His sacrifice, which will open up the relationship back with Yahweh. Okay. All right. And it says also apostles and what? Prophets. We know who the man of the Lord is. All right. We know exactly who they are. Okay. And we're taking after their example to the best of our ability. Okay. And again, the prophets and apostles they're seasoned. Okay. They're seasoned. They have the experience. All right. Okay. And they've already through their endeavors brought forth the fruits and continue to bring forth fruits before repentance. So we're supposed to be after their liking, you see? And we're going to get 1 Peter 5 and 5. So go ahead.
Okay. This is Ephesians 2 and 21. In whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto a holy temple in the Lord Yahweh Shai.
See? So we grow. So we're not just growing. We're not just in this thing by ourselves. We're not just catching hell by ourselves. 1 Peter 5 and 9. And then you're going to jump up to 5 and 5. Okay, so we're not. So remember, we have to transcend, and this is a point that I just jotted down. We have to transcend and rise above the former self. You see, which that former self is the vain person I was referring to earlier. All right, who's corrupt, who's corrupt in the world because through the lust of the flesh. All right, okay, and it could be anything. All right, because again, a lot of things aren't convenient because of the times that we live in. You see, all right, this is hell. This ain't heaven. All right, we're catching hell on this side because of the so-called white man is ruling. But Salakia, so I don't forget my point. You got first Peter comment. You got it.
This is First Peter chapter 5 verse 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the
Go up a verse.
This is First Peter chapter 5 verse. I said verse 8, right? So like verse. Yeah, I'm just reading verse 8 now.
Okay.
Be sober, be vigilant,
Mm-hmm.
because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about.
It's funny that I mentioned Esau. All right. And I didn't know to say that. But again, the Lord is raising us up in front of our enemies. Okay, He's raising us up. And yeah, we got it's a little shaky foundation. The only reason why I say shaky is because, when you look at Israel as a whole, it's all over the place. But the Lord is dealing with the elect men. All right, He's dealing with a very small remnant within Israel. So yeah, it's all over the place. It may seem like it's all over the place, but it's according to the Lord's plan. And you always got people saying, "Oh, y'all make us look bad, this, that, and the third." Well, the Lord is raising us up in front of our enemies. All right. But the Lord is bringing us to glory. See, if we endure, that's what's coming. You see, He's going to endow the elect. All right, the chosen with that glory, that honor. You see, and we're gonna get fame and praise throughout the whole earth, man. Among all the nations, everywhere it was said that we was trash and that we were no people. People are gonna know, and we're gonna have fame. The scriptures say that.
And it's like in rough paraphrasing. That's also where the scriptures went in to say that, and then they should see their prophets, right?
Then shall they know the prophet was among them, or and then there's one in Isaiah 30 and 20 that you probably talk about that one too.
I mean, well, seeing as everybody see it, that we going through all of this.
Yeah.
Just to come to Yahweh desire, just to come to realize that, hey,
yeah, we gonna come. God, we're gonna get that glory.
That's right.
Lord willing, if we endure, Lord willing, if we are the number. Okay, so go ahead.
Verse 9, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Right. So you catching hell, guess what? Your brother's catching hell too. They're part of that house. They're part of that body. Everybody is working and growing. All right. To that perfect man, so to speak. All right. So we can be a perfect cinder blocks or perfect blocks that actually fit to the Lord's His house, man. All right. But Yahweh Shai, the metaphor is Yahweh Shai is the foundation. All right. And we want to be those bricks, or what's the word I'm saying? Those bricks that fit perfectly for that house. And that means what? We have to labor to do so. Okay. All right. We have to go through affliction to do so, man. All right. Okay. So jump to 5.
This book of First Peter chapter 5 verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder.
That's right.
Yea, all of you be subject to one another.
That's right.
And be clothed with humility.
That's right. And hey, that's the name of the lesson. Be clothed with humility. Okay? And Lord willing, this is making sense to Akim. You know, be clothed with humility through your affliction. You know how Shai was. You know, he wasn't around here being reckless. He wasn't talking reckless neither. See, all right. He spoke about his father's business. What conversation are you to be in, as the scriptures say? Okay, you got it.
For the Most High resisteth the proud and giveth grace to the humble.
That's right. You see, the Lord's going to resist the proud. All right? They're not going to be clothed with honor. He's going to resist them. You see, those who are rebellious. All right? Because again, we're looking towards, all right, the men that came before us. All right? The prophets, the apostles, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Well, Yahweh Shai, the apostles, and the prophets, in that order. You see? Okay? So, start at the top again.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, verse 5. Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder. Yea, all of you be subject one to another.
Be subject one to another. Let me look that word up really quick. All right. The word subject. I put in submit, but subject. But did it say submit?
It says submit yourselves. I'm pretty sure it said.
And be subject?
Yep. Submit yourselves.
We'll look them both up. Okay. So
submit?
I got subject.
Okay, I'll get submit.
So to subject yourself, all right, it says person under control or dominion of another, specifically a government or ruler. Okay, who's our ruler? Yahweh Shai. What government? Yahweh Shai. Okay, within that government, there's certain workings. There's a certain way you have to be, a certain standard. All right, because government really means mind control. You see. And so what? Yahweh Shai has to control our minds. Scriptures talk about lean not upon your own understanding. All right, lean upon the Lord with all thy heart. You see, the scripture says that what I read it earlier. The other day. Commit thy way to the Lord. Commit thy way to the Lord. You see, also as well. All right.
Submit. To place oneself under control of another. That right there, that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Like, how can I? You know those old little puppets, right? That has the lines, right?
Yeah.
And you move each arm, each leg, and so
the puppet master.
Yeah.
That'll be Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Because again, Yahweh Shai transcended. All right. Yahweh Shai is not of this world. He was made a quickening spirit. All right. And that really boiled. To what it really means is that Yahweh Shai is of the spirit of righteousness. Okay, of the spirit of the Lord. Perfect. He reached perfection. He transcended. All right. Of course, through his afflictions first before anything. Okay.
To yield, lower, let down, put under, reduce.
So reduce yourself. You see. All right, because everybody can't be a cornerstone. We have to fit perfectly in the frame of things. All right. All right. We got the cornerstone. You got the frame. All right. And then, you build on up from there. All right. Well, will this make sense? You got it. Or is that it?
I just want to read this last one right here. Is refer to another person for decision or judgment.
See? Perfect. And that perfectly explains exactly what we're explaining. Read it again.
To refer to another person for decision or judgment.
See? For decision or judgment. Again, I mentioned earlier that our apostles, our elders, the prophets, the teachers, all right, they're all a certain way. And we're going to take after that. You see? All right? They've gone through they got the experience, they got the wisdom, you know. So we have to take after that.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, cool. All right. So again, remember we have to transcend, rise above the former self. We are not just in it for ourselves, but with like-minded individuals growing together. And that's basically, you know, what the scripture was, touching on. So Romans 7 and 24. All right. And this is part of not being unmindful. Okay. Because you constantly got to be reminded. All right. Because we are stiff-necked people. We are vain persons. So what? Be clothed with humility. How shall his name be polluted? All right. Okay. And you are his name. All right. You see, his name is on us. And he calls us by his name. You see, I think the scriptures say that, if I'm not mistaken. If I am correct.
It's like Romans 7 and 21.
7:24.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 24. O wretched man that I am.
Right.
Who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
That's right. Okay, you got to remember you're a wretch. Paul did. He understood. Do you understand? Okay, some don't. Some come for their 15 minutes of fame. Some come for their own honor, their own glory. So read it again.
Romans 7 and 24. O wretched man that I am, who shall deliver me from the body of this death?
Right. Okay, because that's everything that proceeds from this body, all right, is death. Okay. All right, because it's subject to vanity. Again, you have to remind yourself. All right. Now, as a balance, you're not supposed to beat yourself up, but you are to remind yourself. Okay. And you also encourage yourself, but be clothed with humility. You got it.
I thank the Most High Power through Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, our Lord. So then with the mind, I myself serve the law of the Most High, but with the flesh, the law of sin.
See? All right. And that's why we have to abstain. Okay? All right? We don't know nothing. So at least we want to, make the proper precautions to be prudent in this world. All right? And prudent meaning having foresight, to see things, to see ahead. Okay? Making wise decisions according to the times. You see? All right? Again, we got to remember that we are in a battle. It's not about comfort. It's not fulfilling the lust and joy of your heart, your deepest heart's desire. No, we don't have the leisure for that. We don't have the time for that. That will come in the kingdom. Yeah, we're gonna lose on this side. We're supposed to lose. All right.
So the scripture say with Micah 2 and 10.
This place is not our rest. Come. I'll get also the scriptures say our righteousness is as filthy rags. All right. So again, you still got, we ain't done anything to receive any of the glory that we get, and we're trying to do it through having faith and doing the work.
That's right.
You see. All right. So remember, you're a wretch. Your righteousness is as filthy rags. I'll get Isaiah 48 and 10. Then we got a few more, and then we're gonna close out. Because I sure didn't want to keep. I wanted to hit the points, so I can be edified. Lord willing. This is Isaiah. Or did you find it yet?
Oh no, which book?
Okay, I got Isaiah 48:10. I'm gonna read it.
Okay.
It says, "Behold, I have refined." Oh, wait, verse 9. Isaiah 48:9. It says, For my name's sake will I defer mine anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee. You see, that I cut thee not off. All right? Because in a sense, if he cut us off, then he's cutting us a part of him off. Okay? Which is really has all the potential in the world, but hasn't even blossomed to a certain point yet. We haven't even blossomed as a nation. We have 40 years of peace. And on and off, you know, righteousness and wickedness. We never had like really a consistent long run. But we're looking for the consistent eternal run of righteousness. You see? All right. It says, "Behold, I have refined thee." Again, what is to refine something? Could you look that up for me, Babakosha? "Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction." Okay? So we were chosen in the furnace of affliction. Why? It's going to get to the point. Okay? And it goes back to the title. Well, the second half of the title, which says, it says, "How shall his name be polluted?" Okay? You're going to go through hell. All right? You're gonna feel bad. You got to. It's the straight game. You ain't got no other choice. There ain't no other way around it. You got it.
Refined, and this is in the Edamon online, purified.
Right.
Yeah.
Aren't we all striving for righteousness and to do right and to do morally right and to do others right? You know, with a godly spin to it.
Freed from impurities by processing.
See, so you got to be processed, and through your process, you gonna catch hell. It has to hurt.
That's right.
You see, we lose stuff near and dear to us. You know, we at times we want to get over it and go to the next, but you still got to feel the pain.
That's right.
You see, you still got to go through the pain. That's just how it works. That's how it works. That's the order.
Right.
That's the order. That's how it is in heaven. So here on earth, it's the order. You're not gonna get out of this unless you want to jump ship. But I'm sure you Akim, sunk in tight, all right, and dug deep. Okay, you got it.
I'm gonna go back to it. Freed from impurities by processing. I just like that, being freed of
impurities. Yeah, that's the wretched man that I am.
This walk is the process.
Well, that's what Paul was saying, man. That's why he had hope. Well, he knew, all right, about that spiritual body, okay, and he'd rather be dead in Yahweh Shai and be alive than be here on this earth. You see, but it was a joy to do the work for him, and it shall be the same way for us. You know, if we're really counting the cost. You see, you have to really understand what you're here for. That's all it boils down to. You got it.
Showing a high degree of refinement and precise to a fine degree.
To a fine degree. See? And precise to a fine. Nigga, you gonna catch hell. Excuse my language. You gonna get this work. That's all. Accept it. That's what we here for.
And that fine degree is Yahweh Shai.
Okay.
And we
Perfect. All right. Back in Isaiah 48 and 11. For mine own sake, even for mine own sake will I do it. The Lord is doing it for his sake. You see? For how should my name be polluted? All right, which goes back to the title. Okay? And you are his name. All right? He put his name on the children of Israel. All right? So he's speaking on you, me, him. Right? And I will not give my glory unto another. So Lord ain't gonna give this to nobody else. You gotta go through the gauntlet. Pray for strength. Pray for strength. Lord, give me strength so I can get through. Not, Lord, please, I don't want to go through it. How should I had to go through it? He prayed 3 times, I believe, to take the burden away. All right? But if he took the burden away, he would never have seen the immortality and the title of being Lord of Lords, King of Kings, the Master of the universe, the one and only, the one, Neo. No, man. No, but Yahweh Shai, man. You know? All right. So it says, for mine own sake, yep. So verse 12, hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called. I am he, I am the first, I also am the last. Mine hand also had laid the foundation of the earth, and my right hand has spanned the heavens. When I called unto them, they stand up together. All ye, assemble yourselves here, which among them have declared these things. All right. So we got to sprinkle you with the Lord's magnificence. Okay. 2 Ezra 7 and 14, and then I'll do 2 Corinthians 13:5. Whoever get first.
4.
7:14. This is 2 Corinthians 13:5. It says, examine yourselves, whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, all right, is in you, except ye be reprobates. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is in us. Okay? Aren't we, going through the afflictions? Are we going through, all right? Aren't we calling with one consent on his name? On his name, okay?
On his name?
So a lot of people ain't even calling on his name. So what does that mean? That means they're not in the fold. Hear that? They're not in the fold, okay? If you're calling on his name, you're going to catch hell. Be careful how you react. Be careful what you say. When now comest to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. I don't want to hear, I hate, Jake be on some other stuff, man, when they be complaining. Oh, I hate the Lord. Oh, I hate this, that, and the third. Why I gotta go through this? Duh.
Bear your own cross.
Yeah. That's why he said, take my yoke. You got it.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 14. If then they that live labor, if then they that live labor not to enter in these straight and vain things, right? 14.
The vain things. Remember what Solomon said. He talked about life and all the things that come of it. And he said, what? Vanity of vanities. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Which is a Yapa book. Okay. The Lord was into poems and dark sayings too, which is beautiful. Shows you his wisdom. Is that it?
They,
Because I want to go back to this.
I'm gonna read it again then. Second Exodus 7 and 14. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
See? So you got to go through the endeavors of life. Everybody on this planet has to. Everybody get hit with sicknesses and illness, all of that. You know, and every time a chance happens to all men, you know, we're put in that position. You know, you might be up, you might be down, you might be rich, you might be poor. You know, hell, we all poor. Okay, because none of us can buy a city, which Jake trying to do, right? But that's not the point here, because that city is going to be obliterated by thermonuclear fire. You see, can't none of us buy a city. Damn, we can't even buy a boat. Okay, you couldn't buy a plane. All right, you know, and you got Jake talking about G6, G's. It don't matter the way you fly as long as there's devil here on this earth. All right, that it. This is back in 2 Corinthians 13 and 6. But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. You see, that goes back and, you know, examine yourself. In fact, let me jump up. Verse 5 again. 2 Corinthians 13:5. Examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. All right. Prove your own selves. What? And that's through what? That's obviously that's through remembering what you're here for in this ministry. It's not only to catch hell, but it's to be fruitful within your endeavors. It's to have to bring forth the fruits of the Spirit. You know? Yeah, we going through hell just like everybody else in the world. You know? But we have to what? We have to shine forth as the light among this crooked, all right, and blasphemous generation. We got to be better than them, as the scriptures say. Lest your righteousness exceed the righteousness of the Pharisees and scribes. He was talking about, and good, we got an example. Good, we got examples. You see? Good, we got examples of what not to do and how to, and what not to think. All right? And what spirit not to be in. Okay? That's good. It's excellent. All right? But I trust that ye shall know that we are not reprobates. All right? Slaki, it says no. Back at 5. Examine yourself whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves. You see how that Hamashiach Yahushai is in you, except ye be reprobates. And we're not stupid, because we know what we're here for. You got those that don't know what they're here for, and just here because what? They want a little glory, they're part of something, you know? And, you know, and you risking getting yourself a corruptible crown. So be clothed with humility. How shall his name be polluted? All right? So it says, now I pray to God that ye do no evil. Not that we should appear approved. It says not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest. All right? So we don't want to, you know, we don't want to look the part. We want to be the part. You see? All right? Like the brother said, fake the funk. All right? Okay? And that's a lot of these groups. We got examples. All right? They look good. It look nice and purple.
Shiny.
It's nice and shiny. You just look in the part. You want to be. All right? So let's continue. It says, now I pray to the Most High that ye do no evil. Not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, though we be as reprobates. See? You see? Though we be as reprobates. You see? Because guess what? We are. We don't know nothing.
None at all.
All right. All right. So it's twofold, right? Okay, because what? Again, our righteousness is as filthy rags. Okay, and hardly doth a man guess a right upon things on earth. We're subject to vanity. Hell, our minds, we can barely control our minds. Our minds take a hold of us. Hell, your spirit, sometimes Jay get succumbed through pride and all this other stuff, and evil lust and all that other stuff. Now, lust is not bad, but that's a different topic for a different lesson. But lust is lust. You can lust, all right, but it depends on what you're lusting after.
That's right.
Okay, and you definitely don't want to be a part of this world. Trust. All right. It says, "For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth." That's right. See, and a lot of Jake, they condemning their own souls. All right, they're putting blemishes there on themselves. Hell, you can be fake. You can fake the funk all you want. If you ain't doing it honest, then you ain't in the truth.
Right, and then you gonna show.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gonna
right.
come out.
That's right. All right. So back to the notes. We gonna close out. I didn't know it was gonna be this long, but it's the spirit, so I can't be mad. All right. Okay. I wanted to make the point that Yahweh Shai understood his purpose. We're supposed to understand ours as well. All right. Especially if we're walking in his stead. Matthew 11:29, Baba Kushak, and then I get 1 Peter 5:5. And then we're gonna close out.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
And it reads, "Take my yoke upon you."
What yoke? That cross that we gotta carry. Mm-hmm. He carried one. He carried one. And they crucified him on it. Okay.
"And learn of me.
Mm-hmm.
For I am meek."
Right. So a lot of people don't know Yahweh Shai. He's telling you, learn of me. Take my yoke. You see? And learn of me, for I am meek. All right. Which means to be humble, to be lowly. Well, it's gonna say it's like.
Yep. And lowly in heart.
Lowly of heart. That means he wasn't thinking of himself on a high-minded level, right. Even though he still had power. You see? He didn't think of himself high-minded. In other words, he didn't say things of himself. Mm-hmm. He said whatever the Lord gave him to say.
That's right.
Okay? And he prophesied about the kingdom. He prophesied about the things to come. All right? And he was the perfect example. All right? Because he was about his father's business. He understood the time that he was in. He understood his purpose. All right? And he remembered. He remembered. All right? You got it.
And
throwing up gang signs.
And ye shall find rest unto your souls.
That's right. For
my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
All you got to do is read. Mm-hmm. and do the work of the Lord, man. Be active. Don't be idle. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we all go through it. Shit, I was just telling a brother, look, man, this is why I ain't functioning right, because I've been idle this long. Told on myself. Sometimes you got to tell on yourself. You know? Again, you want to walk honest. You in the light. People looking at you. All right? People looking at you so they can shape and mold themselves to a certain standard. And that's probably, whatever standard you hold yourself as. You know? Is it more? 11:20. Is it more?
That was it. That was the last.
All right. Yep. 1 Peter 5:5. Or did you read it?
I read that already.
Okay, so the point is to end it off. Yield yourself to the instruction of Yahweh Shai, the apostles, the prophets, the elders, the teachers, so on and so forth. All in that order. Okay? That's the wrong order. Correct me. All right. But with prudence, okay? And prudence means to see ahead. All right? while doing things wisely, making a right decision, discernment. Okay. Uh, you know, we don't have to be too specific on as to what, but there are more important things, you know, all right, like the instructions that come with the elders, and you have to know, make yourself to know, put it yourself in position to know what is allotted, all right, or what is the standard. Okay, so the humility come before the honor. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. See, Jake want to put the cart before the horse. You see, and that's what's wrong with Israel, man. All right, that's what's wrong with our people. We want to put the cart before the horse. All right. So what? The order is there must be humility. You must get your ass afflicted. Excuse my language. You're gonna catch hell. That's excellent. That's good. That means something. All right. All right. Humility comes before the honor. This must needs be. This is the order of the universe. All right. As in heaven, so on earth. All right. You're not gonna be able to do it any other way. You cannot come up another way. All right. So be clothed with this. All right. Transcend above the brute nature. All right. And we're gonna end it with that. And Lord willing, this is edifying to you, Aki, with you. All right. Until next time, we say Shalom. All right. And we're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders. Salutations to you, Aki, pushing the work of truth and sincerity. Shalom.